Hey everyone, and welcome to the Transfer Kings YouTube channel. My name is Ian, aka Warm. It's been a while since we posted anything to our YouTube channel, so I wanted to start with a game that I've been addicted to recently, and that is Palworld. So here is our first video of the 2025 year.
Yeah! I'm sorry, Leo.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
You've just been horrible at everything you do. You can't run register. You leave at 9 o'clock on the dot and just drop the boxes wherever they're at. You don't even put them back up. You don't even close them. You leave open product on the floor. That's unacceptable. And I've told you time and time again, you are worthless, you are useless. I pay you a good salary of $50 a day to work only 13 hours.
Oh, there's a shiny. Holy crap, there's a shiny, guys. You guys see it here first. Oh man. So first, what you want to do is save, just in case something goes.
Oh! Oh my god! Oh my god! Wow. Well, speaking of Shiny Shakes Community Day, holy shit.
Yes, you heard that right. It's Palworld. Now, I wasn't a huge fan when they first announced Palworld, and I didn't understand everything other than it was going to be a Pokemon ripoff game with guns. Now, it's turned out to be way more than that, which is why I've given it a chance. I waited for it to come out on the PS5 before I did anything, and I was even late to the PS5 launch. So I have beaten everything that's currently in the game. The game is still in the development and should be fully out by the end of the year, so there's still going to be more content after that. Today I wanted to go over bases. Now, I've been addicted to this game, and one of the main reasons is the customization of the bases in this game. And I built a lot of bases from the start. I had a very simplistic base at the very beginning of the game, which I've torn down recently. Well, not that recent. And then I've upgraded, and there's been tons of bases that I've had in the past, but because of the new resources that you need, or because I just felt like I needed to build bigger or better, I've gotten rid of some of those bases and added new bases. The max is 10 currently in the world. They may update that with a future update, but as of right now, 10 is the most you can make, and 8 are currently what I have. I got inspiration from some people on YouTube, and I'm not saying I'm the most creative base builder, as I've seen a lot of them that have been really good on YouTube, so you should check other people out on YouTube if you are into base building. Some of them have made like cities and farms and what all this, but I've kind of gone more of just a big base route. I just wanted to showcase the 8 different bases that I have made currently for my playthrough. Starting off with my home base, and this is a new location for me in the home base. This is on the new Faybeck Island, and so this base in particular is a great location because it can't be rated. I realized that one of the bases that I had gets rated all the time, and I like the structure of the Japanese style building, which is wood, and every time it got rated, it would burn down. And it's a lot of just rebuilding, and just didn't want to have to deal with that. So my first base is right over here on this like big area over here in Faybeck in -13571518. I built this kind of massive structure here. And as you can see, I kind of built like a deck around the whole area, and I have a lot of glass walls, but I have like the Japanese structure there too. And it's mainly made of wood, so that's why it's nice to not get raided all the time and, you know, have that issue. So let's go in as I get off of zoom. Zoom. Boop. All right. So we go into the base, and the first thing you see is the structure. Now, as my home base, this is a part 1 of the saunas that I have for my pals. This is the pal sauna room. And I have this medical stand in case they ever get sick, injured, whatever. And this is, of course, my guild chest. Here's my PAL work stand, of course, and this is the PAL box. As you can see, the flooring is the Japanese style, the walls are the Japanese style, and I put down a bunch of the alpha and beta things, and there's more beds out here. And we have our first one, which is the Gerds Merchant. So they say that capturing humans are not good, but I don't feel like I captured the humans bad. Like, I'm not putting them to too much work. You know, these are just merchants that I can always buy from. So that's the whole purpose of them, is so that I don't have to go hunt them down. I can just buy or sell whenever I'm near one. So I got them their own area right here. They have their own bedroom over here with some large beds and the PAL pod. And I have my money shelf thing, so if I need to buy anything for them or sell anything, I got that right here. I also have a TV for them, right? And soda machine. Pretty cool, right? And over here are my PAL merchants. Now, these are the ones that are not, you know, there's the one that I have that actually sells PALs. But then I have one of the Amore characters, and I have, I think her name was Nimble. I called her Miranda after the Mass Effect, but you can see how tall she is. But yeah, just caught one. I just couldn't force myself, because when you get the bounties and you butcher them, you get more bounty tokens. Now, I also have Dr. Braun, which took me forever to find him. Like, when I say forever, I mean it took me a lot longer. When I was watching videos of where to find him, I went to every place. I went there multiple hours, and I just found him literally yesterday. So I spent countless hours finding him, but now I can get him to work on my pals to try to give him better stats, or worse stats, but, you know, hopefully better stats. I also have the Bounty Hunter, so when I do count the bounties, he's got the stuff for that will, you know, give up the bounty exchange. And those are things like IV fruits. They have a piano in this room, a claw machine, and also a soda machine. And they also have a room for access for a sauna. So both of them have saunas, and both of them have rooms with beds. So you see, this is kind of like a hotel for merchants, more so than an actual them wandering around all the time. I think it's pretty cool, right? And I got my advanced medicine and meds there to craft stuff like that. And then here on the upstairs, we go upstairs. We have my room. This is my room. We have, you know, the bed. We got the desks. We got a TV for myself. We got different, you know, cabinets, stuff like that. The globe, everything like that. And in here we have my very own personal bathroom with the bathtub and the sink and all that other fun stuff. So yeah, this is my living quarters. Then we go over here, and these are skill fruit trees, which are fairly new to the game. I got the dress up for there. We have the PAL research thing, which I currently don't have. And then I have electricity, because this place needs electricity to run. We also have a freezer box for that, and so that's cool. I don't know where my Bastigor is currently. He might be stuck somewhere, but we'll have to check there. Also have gold machines, gold making machines. So these of course help me make coins for anything. We have a condenser right here, the PAL statue, and of course more skill fruits with even more and different skill fruits that you can get. And over on this corner you have the bar lounge, which, you know what, I figured, why not have a place where people would go and hang out. Oh, and Bastigor got stuck in here. That looks like why he's not at the cooling. But yeah, I got the piano here, we got the bar, and we got another TV area, and then we have the men's room, the bathroom, the bath area, I guess you could say, and the women's room right here for them. So, you know, it's not like they don't have things they can do, you know? Yeah, so that's the very first base that I have. This is the newest base also, as I've had many renditions of my home base. One of the renditions I had was closer to one of the bases I have areas where I have multiple bases, but that one, like I said, got raided all the time and kept on getting burned down, so it became more of a hassle than just setting up a new base over here. So that was pretty cool. Alright, so the next base is on the same island of Fabric, and in the new island there was new resources that you couldn't get anywhere else, and one of them is Hexalite Quartz. Now, there's a lot around the island, but there's not a lot in one area that you can make a base, and this is the one that has the most. With 3 different ones, they've already chopped down most of the 3, and it respawns every now and then. So this is just an easy way for then me going around and trying to get quartz myself. This is a very simplistic base, doesn't have a lot of pals. It just has a couple pals to kind of mine the ores for it, but I gave them, you know, some saunas. I gave them the beds for them to have, of course, a food box. I need electricity because the reason you need electricity is because they do have an oil rig here. Now, this is not my main oil base rig, but why not have just a oil base on the thing if you have an oil node here? So, of course, I have the oil node here. I have one of the PAL research things if I need to use that. As I said, this is a very simplistic base. If you want the location, it is -1069, -1427, and like I said, this is the only place where you can get 3 hexalite quartz in the same place. I'm not showing it off well because they've already destroyed it, but there's 3 that just surround this guy right there. And so you can go ahead and mine that. My next base is over here. This is the only place where there are 3 different oil spots that you can put in a base. So of course this is my oil rig. And if you are good enough, which there are videos out there to showcase, they're not hard. They seem hard, and then I've watched these videos and I've been able to utilize it. You can put 2 ones on the same node because most people can only find 1, but you can put 2 on there. So of course now I have 6 of these oil generators, and in the update they also made it easier for you to get, because it used to take forever. You used to have to AFK to get a lot of the crude oil, but nowadays it's pretty simple, and so this is what I have right now. But I have, of course, electricity. It needs a lot of electricity, so I need to put 3 different electricity because those oil things take a lot. And so my next base, not even a base really, this is for raids. So in the game you can make a summoning altar, and that summoning altar will give you raid pals that you can defeat. And so they will destroy everything in your base. So instead of set up a base just on this top right here, on this structure right here, and the coordinates -82,194, it's just on top of like a building here in this like city. And I will just bring some things to create a summoning altar and then summon the raid boss and destroy the raid boss, and then that's basically it. And next we have these 4 bases. But this is my first base. This base is mainly for mining, right? So, like I said, if they ever get a hexalite quartz mine, we might take down that 1 base. But this one has the sulfur, the pure quartz, the coal, the ores over here. I have lumbering and stone as well. But this is also my place where I turn everything that I have into either ingots or charcoal or hexalite or plasteel. And then I have an upstairs here. I have a repair bench here because this is where all the area is to repair anything you need. And my PAL workbench for anything like saddles or anything like you need for the pals. Up here you have the electricity. Of course you need electricity. I also have the workbenches. The workbenches are made for weapons or armor or whatever you need to, circuit boards. I can make any type of spheres on here. Another assembly line right here. This is to make palladium fragments, so you can mine them in different places, but this is the best thing you can do is you can take the stone or the ore, or even PAL spheres, and mine them into palladium fragments. And this is an ice crusher, so my Bastigor will easily get them, and then they'll get transported down to one of the boxes down there. You go out here. This is the first of the 4 pyramids that I have created. This one right here is like my PAL expedition. This is the 1 expedition site that I have, and this is the main expedition site I have. I have some ranches here. These ranches are for materials I need a lot of. You have this machine, which is a butchering machine, which at first I was very off-put by butchering, but the game kind of wants you to butcher, and this is a little bit less graphic than you taking a knife and just butchering the pals, and it's a lot faster. You can put a multiple on there, and they give you whatever they create on here. That's that pyramid. Now, the center pyramid, the very center of the pyramids we have, is the farming pyramid. Now, this has my farms, so of course they have a ranch for cow and chicken and bees. Here we have the fields, and I stack the fields, making it easier to kind of get berries. Wheat we need a lot of. If I need to make cakes, which require the berries, the flour, what you need from wheat, you go over to the mill, and once you have enough wheat, you can make flour, and then you can make cakes from the flour. They have refrigerators here so they don't spoil as much, with the Bastigors kind of taking care of that. This is just my farming base. So yeah, you got the beds over there, your saunas for help, work, and then everything else. So yeah, that's my pyramid for that. Over here is my breeding pyramid. Breeding pen set up here. I have the condenser right here for when I did it. I have my big incubator, so that's why I need the electricity, because the electricity helps power this thing to hatch multiple eggs at the same time. And I just, have every single one breeding. with a ton of cakes. And I just have a little thing if I want to AFK, just couch right here. So that's the last base that I have over here, and we can kind of get a better view of the base now that it's daylight. This is my pyramid base. This is my working pyramid base. You can kind of see over here, we get enough height on Jetragon. You got 3 bases down on the bottom, and then you got the stairs up there, but this is just one whole base area. I thought it was just a unique thing. I used to have like those giant bases you build from the sky up, and everything would be in the same base, which is cool, but I ran into a lot of issues with the POWs getting stuck, and then the more POWs you have at a base, the slower the base or the speed runs, so it would lag a lot more. I mean, it lags still, but it lags a lot more with more POWs, so I kind of cut it down to having 25 POWs at most at a base rather than the 40, 50 I had at the base, which meant that I can't do everything I wanted in one base anymore, but that's fine for me because these pyramids, the nice thing about them is they don't usually get stuck a lot in the pyramids, so it kind of was like, hey, this is like a big base area which you can kind of get a lot of things in. Still looks nice to me, and then whenever I need to, I can just go to the PAL box and transfer back home. Yeah, those are just the 4 of my bases that I have here in Palworld. And that about wraps it up for me today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Maybe you guys got some inspiration on bases if you guys are currently playing Palworld and are stuck, or if you guys are thinking about playing Palworld and this kind of gives you some inspiration to either play or make certain bases. But these are the bases that I made that helped me out in my playthrough. As for what's next with this channel, I know we haven't uploaded anything for at least 3 months, and we are planning on doing more here in 2025. Starting with next week, Colby is going to start with his Let's Play of the new Yakuza game, and that should be a daily or weekly upload from him, so we will see that. And then as for me, my next upload will most likely be at the end of this month for a Pokemon Direct reaction. Now, the last Pokemon Direct we had, which was last year during Pokemon Day, they announced Legends ZA. And since that point, they have not released any trailers, they have not given us any new information, and it's supposed to launch early this year. Now, by early this year, in Japan-wise, I think it goes up to May, so they still have time to be early. But I know that, we haven't heard anything. That's unique to me because when they announced Legends Arceus, they gave us trailers and everything bringing up to January when the game was actually released. We'll have to wait and see what goes on with that game. Also, rumors are that they might finally put Pokemon Yellow, Blue, Red, Crystal, Gold, Silver, Sapphire, Ruby, Emerald, Fire Red, and Leaf Green onto the emulators on the virtual consoles on the Switch. And they will work with home. So if that announcement happens, that'll be phenomenal, but I won't hold my breath because we haven't gotten it yet, and who knows, it's a rumor every year that we're going to get it, and we never do, so we'll take that with a grain of salt. As for other content here in 2025, we do plan on streaming a lot more. That will be over on our Twitch channel on twitch.tv/thetransferkings. So join us live there. I might do a Palworld stream there, maybe do like a 100-day stream for Palworld, or I am thinking about getting back into Mass Effect. That's what kind of jump-started our Twitch channel, and I was thinking about doing a different playthrough. I usually do Paragon playthrough, that's just who I am, but maybe I'll do a Renegade playthrough, or maybe I'll do a playthrough as a chick, who knows, or maybe both. But that is some content that I am looking forward to possibly doing. Also, maybe doing a stream on getting the Sinnoh decks, since you need to do that in Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl for the Shiny Manaphy that I have not done yet. As always, if you like the video, please leave a like. And if you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. Subscribing is free to do, and you can unsubscribe at any point. But I hope you guys enjoyed the content, and we will see you the next time. Peace.